Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, calculator in hand, staring at a stack of bills and wondering if you'll ever be able to retire. Or maybe you're already retired and realizing your nest egg isn't stretching as far as you thought it would. If either of these scenarios sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Today we're diving deep into the brutal reality of retirement costs in 2025, and I'm going to give you the unvarnished truth about what it really takes to retire comfortably in today's economic climate. Before we get started, let me be clear about something. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything or sell you some magic retirement formula. We're going to look at real numbers, real challenges, and real solutions. Some of what I'm about to share might make you uncomfortable, but that's exactly why we need to talk about it. The sooner you face these realities, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions about your future. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Inflation. Remember when a cup of coffee cost $1? Well, those days are long gone, and retirement planning has gotten significantly more expensive. The purchasing power of your savings has been steadily eroding, and this trend isn't showing any signs of slowing down. What seemed like a reasonable retirement fund 5 years ago might barely cover your basic needs today. Healthcare costs alone are enough to keep anyone awake at night. The average retiree can expect to spend over $300,000 on healthcare throughout their retirement years. That's not including long-term care, which can easily add another $200,000 to the bill. If you're thinking Medicare will cover everything, I hate to break it to you, but you're in for a rude awakening. Medicare covers basic medical expenses, but it leaves significant gaps that you'll need to fill out of your own pocket. Let's talk about housing, because this is where many retirement plans fall apart. The old advice about paying off your mortgage before retirement still holds true. But even without a mortgage payment, you're still looking at property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and utilities. In many areas, property taxes alone can run several $1,000s per year. Add in the fact that homes require more maintenance as they age, and you're looking at a substantial ongoing expense that many people underestimate. Food costs have skyrocketed, and this hits retirees particularly hard because they're often on fixed incomes. The days of stretching a grocery budget with extreme couponing are becoming increasingly difficult as prices continue to climb. A modest food budget for a retired couple can easily run $600 to $800 per month, and that's assuming you're cooking most meals at home. Transportation is another area where costs add up quickly. Even if you're driving less in retirement, you still need to maintain a vehicle, pay for insurance, and handle unexpected repairs. As cars age, maintenance costs increase, and many retirees find themselves needing to replace their vehicles during retirement, which can strain an already tight budget. Now let's crunch some actual numbers. Financial experts typically recommend having 10 to 12 times your annual pre-retirement income saved for retirement. If you were earning $60,000 per year before retirement, you'd need between $600,000 and $720,000 saved. But here's the kicker. That's assuming you can maintain your current lifestyle on about 70 to 80% of your pre-retirement income. The reality is that many expenses don't decrease in retirement. Some actually increase. You might spend less on work clothes and commuting, but you'll likely spend more on healthcare, travel, and hobbies. The assumption that you'll need less money in retirement is often dead wrong. Social Security provides a foundation, but it's not designed to be your only source of retirement income. The average Social Security benefit is around $1,800 per month. Even if you're entitled to the maximum benefit, which is over $4,000 per month, that's still not enough to maintain a comfortable lifestyle in most areas of the country. Let's be honest about the current state of retirement savings. Studies show that the median retirement savings for Americans approaching retirement is woefully inadequate. Many people have less than $100,000 saved, which might last a few years at best. The gap between what people have saved and what they actually need is staggering. But here's where things get interesting. Despite these challenges, retirement is still possible if you're willing to make some strategic adjustments. The key is being realistic about your expectations and making smart choices about where and how you'll live. Geographic arbitrage is one strategy that's gaining popularity. This means relocating to an area with a lower cost of living. Moving from an expensive coastal city to a more affordable area in the Midwest or South can dramatically extend your retirement savings. Some retirees are even exploring international retirement destinations where their dollars stretch much further. Downsizing your home is another effective strategy. Trading a large family home for a smaller, more manageable property can free up significant equity while reducing ongoing expenses. The key is to downsize before you're forced to do so by financial pressures. Part-time work in retirement is becoming increasingly common, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Many retirees find that working part-time provides not only additional income, but also social interaction and a sense of purpose. The key is finding work that you enjoy and that doesn't feel like a burden. Let's talk about investment strategies for retirees. The traditional advice about shifting to more conservative investments as you age is being challenged by the reality of longer lifespans and persistent inflation. Many financial advisors now recommend maintaining some stock exposure throughout retirement to help combat inflation and provide growth potential. The 4% rule, which suggests you can safely withdraw 4% of your retirement savings each year, is also being questioned. With current market conditions and longer lifespans, many experts suggest a more conservative withdrawal rate of 3 to 3.5%. Healthcare planning deserves special attention because it's one of the biggest wildcards in retirement planning. Long-term care insurance can help protect against catastrophic costs, but it's expensive and comes with limitations. Some people choose to self-insure by setting aside additional savings specifically for healthcare costs. Tax planning in retirement is crucial and often overlooked. The type of retirement accounts you use and the order in which you withdraw from them can significantly impact your tax burden. Understanding the tax implications of Social Security benefits, required minimum distributions, and other retirement income sources can help you keep more of your money. Let's address the emotional side of retirement planning. The fear of running out of money is real and justified. Many people experience anxiety about whether they've saved enough, and this anxiety can lead to poor decision-making. Here's my reality check for you. If you're reading this and realizing you're behind on your retirement savings, don't panic. There are still steps you can take to improve your situation. First, maximize your catch-up contributions if you're over 50. Second, consider working a few extra years, which can dramatically improve your retirement security. Third, be realistic about your retirement lifestyle and make adjustments now rather than being forced to make them later. The truth is that retirement in 2025 looks different than it did for previous generations. The days of generous pensions and predictable healthcare costs are largely behind us. Today's retirees need to be more self-reliant and more strategic about their planning. You got this. You might not be able to retire as early as you hoped or live as lavishly as you dreamed, but you can still create a comfortable and fulfilling retirement if you're willing to make smart choices and face the numbers honestly. The key is to start with where you are right now, not where you wish you were. Calculate your actual expenses, not what you think they should be. Look at your current savings and investment returns realistically. And most importantly, create a plan that you can actually stick to. Remember, retirement planning isn't about achieving perfection. It's about making steady progress toward a goal that works for your specific situation. The worst thing you can do is to avoid planning altogether because you're overwhelmed by the numbers.